You
think
think?
so. I think it'll be enough, potentially. But the main things that they got to worry about is Quincy crew picking up an Ags on Morphling and just doing crazy Burrow Strike waveform blasts to kill people on the enemy team. They do also have some counters to that. They have pretty tanky cores as a whole. They've got an Oracle who can save himself or others from burst magic damage, and maybe even a Rubik. Who knows if he lands his stuns in time. But there's a lot of cool disables, a lot of damage burst, that kind of thing coming from Quincy. So that could be really powerful also.
It's very scary too to consider the fact that it is Yuar who's playing that Morphling, and that is one of his best heroes, if memory serves. So all eyes on him for sure. I feel like the Sand King Lellis playing that. That's a throwback. I remember back when he was on SG, played a lot of that hero.
Mm-hmm.
Different time though, different
Yeah.
patch, but
It's not quite like Sand King is good, but can have some issues. Very good initiator, obviously, but lane wise, outside of like the Sentry Abuse stuff where you stay invisible, he can have some issues. He's not as good at fighting to the death as most other offlane heroes are, just because you have weaker attack speed, low armor, crappy agility gain. Even your strength gain is not that incredible for a typical offlaner, but you've also got a really amazing gap closing stun and lots of AoE damage. There they go. Little high five. Beautiful.
just for morale. I forgot the Zoomers really like their voice lines. We'll be hearing
like
a lot of those. We'll be hearing quite a few of those, most likely. They're a fun team. They definitely fit in very well when they were playing up against the South American teams with all the tips, the voice lines, and whatnot. But we can see the Legion mid again. You know, that's something we saw yesterday, and the joke is it's a Peruvian special, right? Taking that Legion mid, but in this case, it does offer some nice solutions to what is being thrown at. How do you feel this lane's gonna go?
It should be about even. Like Quinn doesn't even scale dagger. It's not worth it because Gunnar could just dispel it using press the attack, which also gives him a heal. So there's no way that Quap makes out on that fight. So they're just basically gonna farm. There's not going to be a kill most likely unless like Quinn makes a major mistake and he gets a duel off or something. But it'll mostly come down to the rotations. That's what we need to focus on in the mid lane after the first 10 minutes. It's like who's going to be more successful ganking side lanes? Is Gunnar going to pick up a lot of damage and be able to get something out of that?
I mean, we'll have to find out and see. I'm not sure why Pi walked all the way top and then TP'd back, but Husky sitting very low here is going to be forced to use that salve. We have a lot of dispels on this team.
Well, one thing weird about this is that we actually have Venomancer playing support, not 3. In every other game, it's been a 3-position Venomancer, which has been very effective, but maybe not so much against the Terrorblade.
Do you think they drafted themselves a little bit too much in, I don't want to say a corner because it's just very, very flexible in any case, right? But was it a situation where they might have been like, okay, well, you know, if they're going to pick up this hero and that's going to counter it, then we should just shift it?
Venomancer I think it's pretty safe to pick early so far in the drafts, but I guess they just didn't like the core matchups, and it all comes down to how Veno's game goes. I think one nice thing about it is that there isn't that much like solo kill potential on the Zoomer side, with the exception of duels. There's going to be a lot of duels going on Venomancer to kill him, to prevent him from casting spells, I think. Everybody else on the Zoomers lineup isn't necessarily, it's not like Terrorblade's going to jump forward and kill Venomancer by himself. It'll be a little bit rare. But
right.
MSS could have a good game. It just kind of depends on how well the laning stage goes and how many items he's able to pick up and how many times he gets to just sit back passively. So I'm curious to see what items he builds, but as long as he's not played like as a 5 with no farm, I think he'll be okay.
I think he's going to pick up something like a Veil to that effect, something cheap that's going to be able to amp him up a bit.
Probably. Veil, potentially mech, that kind of thing. Aura items. Yeah, pretty much similar type of items as we normally see out of Veno. Just going to be coming a little bit later than normal.
Well, it seems very quiet currently. Very different from a lot of the South American matches that we've seen where they just kind of, you know, put their foot on the gas pedal and start running at one another.
We will be seeing kills soon, though. We've got double stuns here in the off lane for Zoomers. The Ogre Magi Morphling lane, that's going to be more passive. It's kind of nice that they have an Ogre in that case because all the pressure can go on him instead of the Morphling. And then, like we said, mid lane, unlikely to see a kill. So probably will be a kill on Ogre or Morphling, or for the top lane, either Oracle or Veno are the most likely people to die this game in the lanes.
I think the bottom lane is just such a classic with the setup from the Rubik and then right into the Stomp. But they do have a lot of kill potential with Husky playing this Oracle once he gets to level 3. Does have a pretty powerful nuke. Will be kind of difficult, though, for him to kind of work these guys down to the point where they'll be able to make things happen. And speaking of, not quite lining up just right here. Pi going to be able to walk away, but starting to see some of that aggression coming out from this bottom lane.
Yeah, Centaur's buffs that came in the last patch are really good. He's got a lot more damage in the laning stage, lower cooldown on double edge. It's easier for him to feel impactful, especially with telekinesis. So happy to see him drafted a bit more. It doesn't feel so much just like a walking ult in later stages of the game as much.
That always feels better.
It does, yeah. And MSS going for more points in Plague Wards to help stabilize the laning stage top.
So I'm guessing like part of the whole point of this is to try to mow down the tower early, cut off some of this jungle for Sammy Boy using these wards?
Not necessarily mow the tower. It's more like it's a good way to pressure and to feel more out of his hero because he can deny creeps, that kind of a thing. He can fight better. It's harder for Husky to fight through now that these Plague Wards have so much health, especially with the level 2 Plague Wards. Like, they don't do that much damage to heroes. They apply a little poison damage, but more importantly, it's just difficult for them to get on top of Venomancer. Better than something like Gale would provide anyways. So he'll probably just spam them, area control. It'll be really easy for them to get bounties, as you can see, because it's hard for them to get through the Plague Wards. So just there's a mix of good benefits, basically.
Makes sense. Kind of like an Omni tool in a sense. But
they're not going to get kills, though.
True, but I don't think necessarily that they're looking for the Venomancer to have that potential at this time either, considering what they have on the board.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That's not going to be any vision on the map here for the Zoomers, since Husky's courier gets sniped by MSS.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And Sammy Boy's courier too. All right. No deliveries for this top lane. They all got murked.
I think the courier, though, the wards must have cleaned them up.
That's possible, yeah. Like. Even more value on those Omni wards. But Sammy Boy finding first kill here on the little Venomancer. Lelis trying his best to just push him back. They don't have that detection right in the corner. Ooh, can they get their own courier kill? No, I don't think Husky's quite fast enough here.
Yeah, Venomancer is pretty vulnerable to getting killed in this match, that's for sure. And you go disable near TV, and that's a easy pickup.
There goes Pili Die, first death again. Oh, you are though too, getting taken out. Very nicely done from the Zoomers.
That is the benefit of the Centaur, man. He gets a double edge so many times in the early game. I assume he has double edge semi-maxed out is why there was so much damage output coming from Centaur. But
there's so many people moving to the top lane.
Yep. A lot of double edge. Yep, here comes the dive top.
Lelis on the hunt. They would prefer to get Sammy Boy, obviously, but Gunnar also making his own rotation, going to force them back. Doesn't want them to allow them to have this. It's a stun coming out from Pi. Sammy hiding in the corner. Looks like Quincy decided he doesn't want this anymore, and there's going to be the Burrow Strike out, but the root thrown out by Husky will be able to grab two, and they're going for this dual damage. I'm not sure if they have enough, though. Are they going to be able to? Yes. The very last second, they'll be able to find the kill on Lelis and give him the sloppy orangutan kiss.
Yeah, thanks.
Sammy Boy was waiting a long time to show himself there. I mean, I'm sure they expected him to be there still, but good dual kill. Stop the pressure. Sammy Boy can go back to farming for a bit. It's going to put him a little bit behind where Quap was, but if Rubik rotates mid, this is perfect. They don't lose too much in the meantime.
Right now, 4 kills going over to the side of the Zoomers. Terrorblade sitting at the top net worth, followed very closely by UR, though. The dual damage is nice, though. If you can start getting that going early, the snowball potential is
that's basically the magic that breaks or makes the Legion Commander. It's whether or not you can get kills anytime you cast a duel on somebody. So all comes down to the damage. See if you can jack the rune here. Nothing here. He'll just walk away.
Bottom. Oh, and it's a double damage. Quinn's gonna love that.
Yeah, really good pickup. And he's got Gloves of Haste already, so very easy for them to get a kill, especially on Monkeys here with his low HP. But
they do have a ward off to the side, though. So perhaps...
Yeah, they might have seen him.
Quite.
No, they didn't. But they did know that he got the rune bottom, for sure. So very makes sense that they backed up. They weren't going to get caught there.
feel like this has got to be kind of frustrating. He's tried to make these rotations top, right? Quinn was looking for an opening, ended up having to back off, realizing that it wasn't opportune. And I feel like Quinn doesn't enjoy playing not scared necessarily, but not being able to be super aggressive.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, it's lucky he didn't walk all the way bottom. He didn't lose that much, and that's part of playing Dota sometimes at high levels, is that you just have to start heading somewhere, and maybe they react, maybe they don't. On the bright side, with the matchup, he gets to max Scream first, and with maxing Scream, he's going to jungle way better than a Quap normally does at this point in the game, so he can be a little bit more unpredictable where he goes with his movements, which is kind of nice. Could get his team a bit more kills. And it's going to give Ogre more levels, kind of similar to what happened with Gunnar. Gunnar rotates, the Rubik goes mid, gets some more golden experience. This is also going to open up space potentially for Venomancer too, who also has a lot of needs in terms of levels and gold.
Been making his way back middle. Rubik does have to be careful, has that double damage activated. Goes
Great
for that
steal.
Scream of Pain though. Be nice for the Rubik.
It always feels bad walking forward and casting a spell and then he gets something. Because now Ocean is effectively like a level 10 hero in terms of skill points that he has. Which is very powerful. Any gank that he does right now is a high chance to succeed. And Quincy knows this. They're rotating over.
Oh, they go. Grab the rune right from underneath their noses. They don't have the detection though.
Yes, that's what it feels like. All right. Husky trying to force this fight though.
I think you go after the Venom Man. I guess you could go after Lelis. In fact, yes, if Lelis is going to go that far forward. Oh, but the Sonic Wave coming out from Quinn takes down Husky. And now Gunnar is just ticking down. So they do manage to get the kill on Lelis, but they'll end up losing Gunnar. Are they going to lose Ocean too? Do they have enough damage? No, they just don't have the spells.
I was pretty surprised that Husky forced that so hard because they did spend a lot of time in that area. It's very likely that Quap rotates over for that. Great ulti combo. No dual kill. They do pick up the Sand King, but it's not going to be worth fully. But not the end of the world either.
These cores are like neck and neck in terms of net worth. 4.7 over on the Morphling, 4.4 on Terrorblade, and of course, Quinn sitting at the top, 4.8. So still very even, less than 1k net worth lead. Gunnar looking for the duel, has Husky nearby. He's going to need those nukes, and there it is. That's some more duel damage. They're going to try to hold Quinn down as well as they go with the root. Another couple hits, the lift coming out, and there's a follow-up beautifully done by Ocean. Can they find a kill on MSS2, though? Gunnar needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage underneath the tower. He does have Ocean and Husky nearby. That heal coming out from Ocean paying off in spades as Sammy sees this opportunity and says, all right, I've got meta up. Let's take a tower.
Pressure at least. They're going to get this to probably half HP. Really well played by Gunnar though. Went in and dueled at a moment. It didn't even look like Ogre was going to be able to kill, but it was the perfect timing for Husky to move forward, get the Purifying Flames. The real surprise though was the Quap kill. I did not anticipate Quap dying there at all. Maybe hesitated on the blink or didn't think that the Fortune's End would really set up that much, but Rubik showing up with Burrow Strike clinched that double kill, and that was a great moment for Zoomers.
It's like one of the best spells that a Rubik can get too. I didn't even realize he had stolen it at the time.
Yeah. On the bright side, only level 2 still, so it's slightly weak, but...
Bottom lane, Monkeys trying to go and finish up, but they'll turn their attention now over to Pi. That's going to be more dual damage, maybe. Yes, at the last second, they have the hit. And now Yoar trying to run behind this tower. He's looking for help. There's also Ocean just sitting in the back line. Husky finding him over, has the vision. Trying to juke away, trying to just get out from all of these heroes, but it's not going to be enough. And on the back line, Lelis shows up. Do they have the detection? Yes, Husky does. In fact, he's right next to Lelis. Is going to just go heal himself forward. Another Burrow Strike following through, and Monkeys kills himself a Sandy King.
Dude, Rubik is dumpstering this game. Oh, he's playing so well. Moving around with the Burrow Strike, showing up to all these fights, getting double disabled. He's got he's heavily strength morphed by the way. Maybe this is why he picked up this Wraith Band, because he has almost no agility. So rather than have no armor, he picks up a Wraith Band to give him a cool like 3 armor for 500 gold, which is pretty effective.
That's tanky Rubik.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Full defense of the mid push here. Monkey's forever getting full. Gunnar having a really good game so far. Doesn't have the highest net worth, but having this many kills I think is really effective at this point.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a week for the Zoomers too. I believe both Monkeys and Gunnar lost power and internet for a little while, if not a couple days, being in the line of that big storm that came through the Northeast. So,
I suppose you're a little sympathetic to their cause.
yeah, a
Also
little.
having similar issues.
Well, you know, the nice thing is I did not lose power and I did not lose internet. But it definitely came through. I definitely had to hide in my basement because there was a tornado actual warning, not just a watch, like an actual warning. That's not something you typically have happen in where I'm living, you know?
That is weird. Know a lot about tornadoes in the Midwest. Have a lot of experiences eating pizza in a little room, watching old TV shows with my parents.
That sounds
Fond
adorable
memories.
and old-timey and also very scary.
Yes, we would watch like Mr. Bean and like Ben and Jerry cartoons, just crap like that. Put a
Tom
TV
and
down.
Jerry?
I felt like, yes,
Ice cream cartoons, those sound delicious.
yes. But it felt like camping. It was nice.
I've never
Almost
been
a
camping.
pipe. Yeah, you're missing out. The ticks
I don't know.
are to die for.
I live in Connecticut. I don't want
Excuse
any
me?
more. I don't want any more of that. No more ticks. None.
He just solo killed a carry by himself
Ocean, what a god.
with Fire Blast. He
Fire
must have got a
Blast,
multicast.
yeah.
I mean, he's dead now. Who gives a shit?
He was able to go and get that kill. He's fighting through this. That is actually pretty ridiculous to see how tanky he was. Then they're gonna rush on in. Not gonna be able to quite grab Quinn, but might be able to go and clean up over here onto Pi. They'll go with the Poison Nova. Husky on the other side, though, waiting patiently. They go, they find the kill on Sammy. He is just taken down as Monkeys is the only one that they're gonna be able to save as Husky slowly being clicked down little by little here. Legion, Gunner trying to save him. It looks like he's although Lelis, he's looking. He's trying to get over there fast enough, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to gap that distance.
They lost TV. I don't even notice that one. I did see him in that fight picking up the Ogre kill, but they must have cleaned him up on the back line. While the Oracle ran for his life. Great TP by Monkeys Forever as well. Reading the situation there. No way he dies when he gets back with the Oracle ulti. And a Blink Dagger up on Sanking. It's a big deal for sure. There's a replay of this moment. Couple right clicks here. He gets, oh, I see. This is why. Burrow Strike, Epicenter, and that was the Sonic Wave. Gotcha. Of course he did die. I did see that.
Husky just was not close enough to get that false promise off on the Terrorblade. I think that makes a huge difference. Had he
It
been,
does.
but
Got there just a little bit too late. And this is that time period too where Terrorblade's HP is just not quite high enough, and against a heavy AoE burst hero like Quap, that's a vulnerability. But either way, 12 kills on Zoomers. Seems like they should have a massive advantage, but they're actually only up by 1k. And now an Orchid on Quap is going to make everything a lot scarier for the Zoomer side, especially for players like Oracle as well as Rubik.
I think it's time that they go and they find a buddy. I don't think we're going to be seeing any more solo kills coming out from Rubik. Although we were very surprised to see that solo kill in the first place, to be quite honest.
Yes, he's done a really good job so far this game.
Yeah, Ocean's is on fire. I like it too, you know, on theme. We talked about Husky having the Husky Courier. Ocean has the Ocean Heart. Just makes sense.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
It does make a lot of sense, yeah.
The lore implications
Incredible.
of Ocean as a player.
Yeah, it's they're huge. Very cool.
Radiant
Monkeys
are
Forever here, just about to finish his pipe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And either way, even though he died, we still have Sammy Boy at the top net worth, so
Radiant's bottom
they're still in a good
tower is
spot.
under attack.
Philosopher's Stone definitely going to Oracle. Maybe
Dire's
Rubik, I don't know.
top tower
We'll see.
is under attack.
I like how you immediately backtracked on that. Definitely going to
Definitely,
Oracle.
but maybe.
But maybe.
It's good. Cast range is usually a little better on Rubik than Oracle. It's really good on both, actually. I know it's a hard decision.
I don't know, after watching that last fight and seeing Sammy Boy not being able to be saved because Husky was a little too short.
I think he did already have the keen optic though in that moment, so it helps, but it's not the world changing. All right, let's see if they can get a free duel here. Looks like it.
Looking like it's going to be a very dead Pylai die. What was the joke? Die.
Yep. That's what he's trying to do. Break the smoke. I mean, giving dual damage away feels bad though, I gotta say. I'm normally dying like that. It's not good. Or it's okay. It's potentially, but dual damage makes it a little bit better for him.
We have 50 dual damage on this Legion at 18 minutes.
Yes, that's a nice start for sure.
That's pretty scary for some of these
He does have
squishier
Blink,
guys.
right?
He has
Blink on
Blinks.
Legion.
Yeah, he has
Okay,
Blink.
that's what I thought.
Ooh, Bloodlust stolen on Ocean too.
Hmm.
That's gonna make his quarters even happier.
Yeah, especially Legion, who gets all this free damage. Pair that with attack speed, and you've got better kills. I'm sure you'd rather have a disable though, like Burrow Strike, Fire Blast, something like that. But better for getting solo kills. But
Could be worse though.
it definitely could be. Scotty's one nice advantage that Zoomers do have against Morphling though. Lowers or prevents some of the healing. They can use that against Morphling to prevent some of the morph shift. Will make it easier to fight him to the death. But he's almost, yep, he's got E-Blade ready. So now it is danger mode. But again, they've got Oracle to stop magic damage. If they know that the morph is coming, they can definitely protect against it. It really was a perfect Oracle pick.
They have to protect that Oracle really, really carefully though, because they do have Quinn who's going to jump onto the back lines. Like they're going to be thirsting really hard for Husky this entire time. They know that he is the save, and there's not a Bloodthorn. The Orchid is online. So it makes things even more terrifying. But Gunner against his Pi. This is going to be the second duel that Pi gives away here to Gunner.
He just had to wait a moment to make sure he could get one other hero in range to get some damage in, guarantee the duel. Still a good E-Blade timing, despite all the deaths on Morphling, 2 unexpected ones in the laning and the jungling. Ooh, dodges the Burrow Strike.
Lelis is a little bit off on that timing. The meta comes back out. They have the vision. This should be a very dead Sand King. And it is.
And they got the ward. So it feels extra bad.
Heard an E-Blade, but not enough to take down the Legion Commander as she's finished up the Blade Mill, which means they're going to have to be a bit careful. Are some of the squishier side of heroes here. Had another double damage on Quinn.
He's getting a few, yeah. Hasn't really been in too many kills, but he's definitely farming quick. That part's not bad. Still Aether Lens sitting on Rubik. Legion Commander, very tanky, very high damage, plus 122 damage he's dealing with right now. Might be an engagement of Roche though.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're in there. They don't have Lelis. And again, there's another duel. Third amount of damage coming through here, given over to Gunner as he's chasing them down. Quinn has to be very careful. Monkeys is here too. They do have the Stampede. Their follow-up though. Lelis jumping forward onto the back line, so he'll be able to take down MSS. Looks like he'll be able to take down Husky too. Gunner finally going to fall, but the Stampede's a little late as they chase after Quinn. It's all split up, but they're still going to be able to get the kill. They'll be able to take down the Quap. Lelis just trying to play around here. There's the E-Blade going through again. They're not able to take down Sammy Boy just yet, and they even go and manage to get that save over onto Sammy, heal him up, try to get him back in the lift. There's going to be another buyback coming out now. Quinn wants to be a part of this action. We'll turn their attention over onto Monkeys. He's very tanky. Sammy Boy standing back with Husky. They've already used a lot of their resources for this. That Roche is sitting very low. And Gunner buying back too.
It still went really good. Like the fight started with an instant kill. The E-Blade came out, tried to save him, and it was too late. So E-Blade was on cooldown at the start of the fight too. So it's just good pressure. The silence ended up being a little bit too much, especially because it coincided with them going on Husky in the backline, who normally would have been able to save Gunner. So still a little bit of a mistake, but they held Roche. They get the tier 1 tower mid. Not too bad for Zoomers, and there's a nice net worth advantage, a little bit of an advantage there for Sammy Boy now. They're scanning it. We'll see if they commit to the Roche. They're going to start on it. I don't think they have meta quite yet, or maybe
no,
they
do used it. Sure. I think they used it in the last fight, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. That was from the Sand King kill, I think, over by the Ancients, I believe. Can they grab somebody else though?
Where's Pi?
Very vulnerable here. Oh, that's you are. I'm sorry.
There's a jump forward. This is, again, just more dual damage going over to Gunner, making it look good. Pi next to be on the hit list as he gets taken out. MSS throwing down the banana, because there's pretty much nothing else that he can do at this moment. And that's going to be a Roche here, as meta is back up. And they should be able to shred this Roshan very easily. Especially once Gunner gets into this pit.
Gunner's owning this game. 110 damage. Perfect dual grab. The help to have a sentry, obviously. He was able to grab him even through Sandstorm, but if he grabs Sand King, who's supposed to initiate in the rest of the fight? Pilot can't do it very well because he's quite behind. Like, he does have a stun, and yes, he's Ogre, but no one else is going to counter-initiate there. So, great grab once again. That was probably the best hero he could have grabbed outside of maybe Quap or Morphling. So, Zoomers just keep dominating. 6k gold advantage now. I think they're just going to scale better and better. They've got good solutions against the scary heroes like Orchid from Quap and E-Blade from from the Morphlings, so the Zoomers got to be really happy.
Like you said, they just picked up that Scotty, which will be very good against the Morphling in terms of slowing him down a bit with that health regen. But they're putting on the pressure in the bottom lane. Don't have all the heroes there, but perhaps just trying to do some chip damage for some TPs. Although the tower's already quite low. I didn't realize how low it was. Fortification coming out.
TB is so good against towers, Glyph especially, because his arm is so stupidly high that he does not care if he tanks towers. One nice advantage of him that normally this would be a difficult tower to take down with most other carries, but with Aegis and Sunder and TB, it's pretty cake. Now they're going to cross the map looking for more picks in the mid lane if possible. And considering Gunnar has so much gold, this will be easy to do by himself, I think.
Hesitating a little bit.
The creep was blocking him. It was really slow because it was scaled. He was trying to go in, but he didn't want to blink because he didn't need to. But he makes it. Another duel.
All right. To 130 damage, I believe, for victory.
Yep. Now they all have to buy Lincoln Spheres now. And this is, again, the power of the mid-Legion commander. You're going to lane pretty successfully no matter what, and then you just need to move around the map getting these dual kills. And there's so much movement speed from just having like phase boots and your first skill and maybe even drum. He didn't buy it this game. But so much movement speed that you can actually get quite a few dual kills with a little bit of good play.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that video that you're going to make about this since you lost the bet the other day.
Yeah.
Hey, you're seeing the power.
It was more like you kind of just forced me into it and I said yes. Which I guess is me
pretty
agreeing,
sure.
But
I think it was a bet.
Okay.
I'm sure there are videos to back this up, but
okay.
I'm not that
Lincoln
intimidating.
Spheres.
I don't think I could force you to do anything here, dude.
Okay. Thank God I'm safe. Just never pay out. The Lincoln Spheres could be really big for the rest of the match as well, just because they can interrupt the duel. That'd be a really good moment. So with good play, it could be pretty sick.
It's gonna take a while though. Like, I feel like there's so many other things that can go and pop it. So perhaps it works out during the first time that you jump in and try to get that duel off, but after that you wise up pretty fast.
Yeah, and we'll see what he buys to try to counteract it, but you can do things like double edge.
Oh no, oh, this is the perfect target. Quinn! Not expecting them to be there. 150 duel damage. Poor Gunnar. Do you even lift, bro?
And his halberd's almost finished too, so Lincoln Sphere is about to not be a big issue.
Man, the Zoomers are just playing this so well.
Yeah,
Pi
really
just 1v1ing the illusion, and I think he's... Oh boy, oh no, oh Pi. They try to save him for a little bit longer here, does have that Yules. But I'm pretty sure that Sammy just punches him in the face. And in the mid lane, we do have a whole other fight going. Husky forced to use his own ultimate on himself, but it doesn't matter because the rest of his team is looking pretty healthy, although they're going right back in. It's a nice burrow strike. Lelis trying to run away here, but there's just too much damage coming out from Sammy Boy. Let's turn back around. You are trying to climb away. MSS somehow, with an afterthought, does manage to get taken down, and they find it. They get even more dueled victory over on Gunnar.
What a fight. It felt like they were fighting like 8 different places on the map, and Zoomers won every single one of them. Husky didn't even die. Sammy Boy shows up to the fight after using Metamorphosis just to kill an ogre. It's like they got everything they wanted to. And Papa's still dead. And they were still able to find this opportunity against Quincy crew. Like, they're just being rolled over now.
They're looking good. The Zoomers are zooming their way towards a victory, it seems. Of course, game's not over just yet, but a 14k lead is a little daunting. Especially when Gunnar just runs it. They do silence him up. It's still going to be a dead Pi, but Lelis jumping forward. Monkeys, they have the vision. And can they chase him down? Do they even bother chasing him down? I guess is the next question. I'll take the tower. Husky needs to be careful here. Won't get saved by his Legion.
Yeah, it looked pretty dangerous otherwise. Okay. Good push. Yeah, they didn't want to go crazy there. So no reason to throw your life away. He didn't have duel, so it wasn't as simple as just killing the Sand King. It's like the one weakness of Legion is that you can't do that much in between duels. Duels is amazing. Yes, his damage is going to be effective, but ideally you need enemies to be disabled for your hero to be good. So if they just walk away, you're kind of like, well, I'll see you in 30 seconds.
Sounds about right.
Cool blink pickup for Oracle as well. That way he can sit super far back in fights. and jump forward and save allies.
And the
Like,
telescope
no way he
getting
gets
found
killed.
over on the side of the zoomers is also
All right,
very
can he
nice
survive
right
with
now.
Butterfly?
The question.
Oh, the Manta!
Oh, he almost managed, but the Lincolns. The Lincolns.
Oh, is that what it was? Sick.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
just
went
thought
for
it
the
didn't come out in
Sunder on
time.
Yuar.
He did,
And
yeah.
it popped.
Okay, good play,
All right.
good play.
Very value.
Gunner's still ready to get a kill, though.
He is a very powerful woman on that Legion Commander.
Yes, he really is. Empowered. Bloodlusty.
Who's scarier, the Queen of Pain or the Legion Commander at this point?
Is this even a question? Come on, it's gotta be Legion. Legion kills anybody he finds. Oh!
Well, he's not
that's
killing him
initiation.
just yet, but does have the blade mail up and running. Realizes on the back line. Oh, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this duel. Do they have the save for him? Or they, yes, they do. All right, Husky coming in. Gonna be able to save Gunner. Not gonna be able to get that duel damage this time around, but we'll be able to keep him alive just a bit longer. You are, though, over on the side, looking over here at Monkeys as he tries to just run back, but he'll go back in, looking for the stop. Not gonna be able to land it. You are just too fast. The nice burrow strike coming out from Lilith will cancel the teleport, and they'll end up getting themselves a pony.
Well, they saved Legion, and that looked like somebody was about to get 30 damage to me, 20 damage to me, but it didn't happen. He stays alive. Not too bad considering that Terrorblade was dead, I believe, at the start of that fight, so... I don't think he bought back, right? I don't think he did.
Whose Yules was that, though? Because I think the Yules actually saved Legion's life.
He did not buy back. Not sure. Maybe Rubik? Probably Rubik's seals.
No, but it was the enemy's Yules, I'm pretty sure. Because it was
That
on...
was a neutral item. What neutral item is that? It was on screen. Go back. Go back to where Rubik is. There's a neutral item on the ground. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. Right there.
Oh, yeah. Quickening charm.
Quickening charm. That's good.
That's really good.
Taiga already has
Let me
one.
go pick that
Or
up.
sorry, Ocean already has one.
Taiga! Oh god, we are changing regions.
Says
That always
Ocean
throws me off whenever
dot
he
Taiga.
does that. It throws
Somebody
me off
pick up
every
the
time.
neutral item. There we go. Gunner saw it. He's ready to play. He's ready to win.
I thought he was gonna hold on to it and just be like, I wonder if I can get more duels per... You know, really
It's
up
not-
that efficiency.
It's not terrible. Lowering the dual cooldown is not bad. Lowers blink, lowers halberd, lowers blade mail. That actually, it's kind of good on him. I'd kind of like it, but we'll see.
I think
Jenny
he's
Quiver
happy
could be
with
good
the...
too.
Well,
dragon
he had the
scale, I
dragon
mean-
scale right now, yeah.
I think you could replace it. Like the armor is good, and the regen is good too, I guess. But there's got to be better items for him. There's not a lot of great tier 3 items for
Legion's-
carries actually.
Legion's
Most
not
of those are
holding
pretty
anything at this point. I guess they're waiting for the Enchanted Quiver, perhaps?
Yeah, not sure. Ooh, Paladin Sword for Morph. He's gonna be pretty happy with that one. There's their lost item, the poor Quickening Charm. Lost to the Dire team.
They'll never know.
Nope.
Feels bad. But can you miss something that you never knew you had in the first place? That is the philosophical
You open
question.
the shop and you see the shame. So yes, I'm sure they will miss it.
There's the answer.
It's painfully gone.
All
They're
right,
waiting to see
hoping.
if
Oh,
there it is.
Husky?
The Husky Courier.
Don't let Husky die. Don't let the little courier die. They do have vision over here, though. They dropped that. You hear the blade mail coming out from Gunner. He's going in for the dual damage over here on Lilith. Should be able to find it, although nope, the buy's a little bit more. Oh, he still manages to find the kill. Pie's just getting shredded. MSS gets taken out immediately. Quinn throwing out the Sonic Wave will knock them back.
What a fight. It looks like kind of close. The duel happened. It was like, oh, it took a little time to get him. And all of a sudden, those big boys just ran into the Venno and the Sand King, or the Venno and the Ogre, and they just got blown up.
Yeah. Yep, Sammy just shows up, starts throwing snowballs at them, and they had no hope. No hope at all. So that's going to be a set of racks.
I think so. Yeah, he does pick up the Quickening Charm in the end on Legion. Good choice.
I like it. More duels per minute.
Exactly.
DTM.
Everyone's dead, or alive, that is. You know, the opposite. So spread out, farm again. They have great map control. They're going to be pretty happy with their position. Queuing up a gem on Oracle, it's a great decision. If they have great map control, then you can move around and deward all their wards, and then they basically can't leave the base except for smoking. And yeah, they're going to get some kills with those smokes, but when their smokes run out, then the game is definitely over.
All right, well,
And here
let's see
comes
if
the
they can
smoke.
make anything happen. Quinn leading the charge. Scotty is completed now over on the Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They figured that out pretty quick, that it was an illusion. Roche respawns, so this is where the next action is going to be.
Look at the positioning. Monkey's just, you know, running around, being the bait, so to speak. I think they have an idea he's over there. They dropped the ward.
It sounds.
What? Okay, yep, they break the Lincolns. Gunner going in, he was thinking about it, but the rest of the team is right behind. He's not quite sure he wants to engage just yet.
Ogre's in trouble.
Oh, Pie. Oh, Pie. They don't even need to duel you, Pie. No,
Oh, big
Monkey's
stun.
jumping forward, though, grabbing two of them. They go to break the Lincolns. They'll turn back around. They'll get the kill on Lois. They'll be able to go follow up, get the kill on Quinn. It's a beautiful epicenter, though. But Sammy Boy, he's protected. He's got the BKB. He's got all the damage. You are now forced to run away. They bought back on the Meadow. They bought back over on the Ogre. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Are they going to be able to save you? Though he's just getting shredded into pieces. Monkey's getting himself a double kill, and that's going to open up Roche. There is nothing that this Venomancer or Ogre can possibly do about it. They disconnect.
Oh,
It's just lawless. Oh, did they call
must have
game
typed
two?
GG.
Oh my gosh.
They must have called GG earlier. 'Cause
I was like, there's no way that he just rage quit.